Questions answered. We have Jordan with us from Max Wealth Management. Give us a call now. The number is 420-9732. That number is right there at the bottom of your screen. Jordan, we're talking about housing, a lot of for sale signs out in neighborhoods, and a lot of people are honestly house poor right now. That means they're spending a lot of their budget on housing. Explain kind of what that means and how can you get from under that?
Yeah, so we've had such a huge boost in home prices over the last several years, along with inflation. Part of that is a lack of inventory on the housing market right now. Also, the other part of that is interest rates. We went from 2 to 3% during COVID, and now we're at 6 to 7% for mortgage rates. So that drastically has increased the cost of owning a home today and making that American dream even more difficult. But yeah, that house poor concept, you really should not be spending more than about 30% of your gross monthly pay towards your mortgage or your rent, for that matter. If you're spending more than that, you need to stop and kind of look at, okay, is this really the best financial picture for me? Because, you know, at the end of the day, if you're putting out more than that towards your budget, you're not leaving yourself with a lot left over for some of those other necessities you still need on a month-to-month basis.
You mentioned that those interest rates, it's hard for a lot of people to move, even if they know, hey, I need to move, I need to downsize. Are there other ways to save or improve interest rates while we kind of look to see what's next?
Yeah, I think, you know, being patient is important, but, you know, when it comes to just, you know, preparing for that, go ahead and start looking at your other alternatives. Today, a lot of people are taking advantage of home equity lines of credits or HELOC. They got those really great interest rates during COVID of 2 to 3%. They don't want to give that up. So now they're looking for those HELOC opportunities to use the equity in that house, because it has increased so much in value, to go ahead and make plans for the future, whether that's, you know, consolidating some debt, taking a vacation, doing some home improvements, whatever those needs may be.
Could that hurt you down the line, though? Let's say you take a loan, an equity loan out, you pay off some debt. Is there concern of, I'm kind of starting over here?
It is. I mean, you're extending your value of that loan back out again, you know, and so, you know, if you did decide to move, that might not be your best opportunity. So you want to sit down and look at what those goals are going to be, because if in the near-term future you're planning to go ahead and move, you may not want to do that HELOC as an opportunity, because it might cost you more in the long run.
For those who've been holding out and saying, I do want to move or buy a new home one day, maybe now is not the time, but it is something I'm looking at down the line, how much money should they be setting aside for a down payment?
Yeah, I mean, ideally 20% is great.
Ooh.
I realize that's a hard stab, but, you know, 20% is ideal. It eliminates that PMI, that payment mortgage insurance, which unfortunately you see no benefit from in the end of the day from that loan. But, you know, ideally you should be really shooting for about 5% or greater to go ahead and get that put down, because a lot of lenders nowadays will tack on an extra percentage to that loan if you don't have enough equity. So if you don't have equity because you didn't put enough down, that could cost you a lot more in the long run.
You're a financial advisor with Max Wealth Management. For people who want to talk with you or meet with one of your advisors, how does that process work? Do you need an account with Max Credit Union? Walk us through the steps.
Yeah, so you can always meet with any of us anytime, and even just for the most basic questions, we're glad to help. You can simply call me at 334-215-4977. Come by one of our branch locations, talk with one of our team members. They'll get you in contact with one of our great advisors, and we're here to help any way we can.
What information is helpful to bring when we go to meet with an advisor?
Yeah, so when you're coming to meet with one of our advisors, we always ask that you bring any statements, especially things that are not with us here at Max, but that helps us to get a better picture of where you're coming from and what you're looking to do. Think about those goals, jot those things down, and go ahead and get prepared, and maybe make a list of all your debts as well. That helps us to better, you know, plan for the future.
Mortgage statements, car notes.
You got it.
All of those things.
All those things you can think of.
All right, Jordan, thanks so much for joining us here on Alabama Live. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, stay